This was the week where yet another insurrectionist was foiled by his own dick. Specifically through the dating app Bumble. The man in question is Andrew Taake of Houston, who bragged to a Match on Bumble about being at the Capitol on January 6th. The Match then reported him to the FBI. So, the unnamed Match asked Taake if he was, quote, near all the action, and Taake said he was. He was there from the very beginning. Taake claimed he had spent 30 minutes in the Capitol, was pepper sprayed while being peaceful standing there. He also shared a selfie and said that it was taken about 30 minutes after being sprayed. Within days, the Match had turned Taake into the FBI. Aw, womp, womp, womp. But it gets a little bit deeper. So, the truth is not exactly what Taake said. Prosecutors say he was involved in 2 separate attacks on law enforcement officials, so he was not being peaceful. Footage from the day shows Taake using pepper spray against police, and then at another point using a metal whip to strike officers. There's also video showing Taake walking inside the Capitol with the whip in his hand.
What?
I mean, listen, that will turn some women on, of course, if you say that you're into metal whips, but nah, bro, you're gonna get turned into the FBI. Of course, this is the second time Bumble has led to the arrest of an insurrectionist. Let's just say good old Bumble, guys, where women make the first move and have the last laugh. I also feel like if Bumble were around in the 1940s, like none of the Nazis would have escaped to like South America, you know? They would all just be like horny and like swiping and like trying to match and being like, you up, girl? And like they would have gotten turned in immediately.
Or they would have been extradited after doing the same thing on Argentinder, the Argentinian Tinder.
Argentinder.
Yes, excuse my pronunciation.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It just very whitely, and I apologize. I sometimes feel such tenderness for when a man is just clearly like socially maladapted and will say something like corny or trite, not offensive or gross, but just like when a guy is like, hey, I caught a bunch of fish. Do you want to go on a date? And someone will post his, and be like, look at this loser. But I do feel like if you're like, yeah, I was there at the Capitol. I was just posted up, chilling. It's like, I think that I would read they should bring back, like Tumblr should get repopularized just for women coup fishing, is what I would call it.
Yes, I love it. Coup fishing. Brianna, any thoughts on this? Should we, you never know. So maybe this line has worked on some people on Bumble.
Like, what leads into this conversation? I'm like, when do you bring that up? Like, when I was like in the hello, I'd like to participate in insurrections and coups.
Right, because because he can't lead off with that. She has to make the first statement. So she's be like, hey, how are you? And he's like, probably try to ease it in, like, pretty good, but I had a rough January 6th, if you know what I mean.
Right?
My eyes are burning from all that pepper spray and your beautiful photo. Anyway, I just think it's funny that he tried to he tried to kind of like downplay how violent he was because he could tell a little bit, like what the vibe was. Like he was like, whatever, I was like really peaceful. I wasn't like using pepper spray on police and I didn't have a metal whip.
Yeah, I was like, because you'd think like if
it was peaceful, it was a peaceful whip.
You'd think like he knows that what he was doing was messed up because like if he didn't know that he had the potential to get in trouble, he would have bragged about it so hard. Like if he thought she was into it, if he thought she thought that was like cool that he was there, he would have been like, yeah, I had this metal whip. I was like Indiana Jones meets the friggin' Terminator, and like really would have played it up.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do it.